What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Traderholics back with another video. This video is going to be about how I capitalize my R when being a breakout or break and retest traders. With that being said, we're gonna get right into it, bro. I'm not even gonna talk y'all heads off. I'm trying to make this like a 10-minute video max, right? So first thing I want to do, I want to identify my levels of support resistance on a high time frame. Wait for price to get to the time frame before I scale down to the 1 minute chart. Right, so ideally I want to look for my levels, my support and resistance levels on a 4 hour, 1 hour, or 30 minute, not necessarily a 15 minute, but sometimes situational. Right, so I'll go on a 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute to find my levels, and this is how I mark my support and resistance. Some people say they want to see 3 touches at a level to deem it a valid level, but for me, I just need to see 2 touches in opposite directions, right? 1 in each direction. So I needed to see 1 level act as support and resistance at least 1 time. So, for example, let me give you an example right here. If we have price do this, to me, this is not a level of resistance, right? But if price was to do this, then this becomes my level of support, because we have our support level respected here. A breakout come back up to retest to potentially continue down. So I have my 1 touch as support. Support. My 1 touch as resistance. I'm not drawing up this level here because it's only acting as resistance. For a major key level, has to both be respected as support and resistance to me. Or if we had something like this, we have a consolidated market, right? Then we have a breakout. This will be my level, major level, and potential major level here for a price to come down to continue up, like so. Now that you have an idea on how I draw my levels, let's talk about the trade I took today during London session. Not this one. This was the breakout trade. This is my break and retest trade. So mainly I use the 1 minute for break and retest trades, right? I have my levels picked out here. As you can see, we've got a support level here, resistance here, right? And here we have resistance here, support here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now it gave us 3. Right, let's put it in bar replay mode before I took the trade. So this is on the 30-minute time frame. If you look on the 4 hour time frame, you have resistance, support. Right, so now let's get into the gritty of the overall trade. So looking left, we have a breakout here, a retest for potential to continue up. We have this low right here, and some people will consider this a lower low right here. And let me tell you why this is not a lower low. This low right here is not a overall lower low, because this is not a higher low. This can't be a higher low, confirmed higher low, until this higher high is broken. So this is just a potential. This is a potential higher low. The price came down and broke it, right, without breaking this higher high first. So now this is my current higher low for price to potentially start to make new highs. But this is not a confirmed higher low yet either, until we break structure here on the higher time frames. So now that being said, people might look at this like, okay, we're going bearish here, we start to break lows to the left hand side. No, this is not a higher low until previous higher high structure is broken. I want to get that part out the way. But so as I'm analyzing price, I'm looking, I see we have equal highs here. Like I said, I don't mark up this as my level of support resistance because we only have it act as resistance here, not support. But then you have the breakdown here, break below. Then it came up, retested at support, and continued down. All right, let's go to the 1 minute time frame. And here it is. Now that we broke through this previous support, came up, found it as new resistance, it confirms this level to be a decent level to take a trade off of, right? Above, I guess, because we are overall bullish on the higher time frames. If you look on the 4 hour, we were going bullish. You got a 4 hour bullish engulfing here. Another 4 hour candle closing bullish. This current 4 hour candle respecting lows and potentially breaking highs. So overall bullish on the higher time frames. Let's go back on the 1 minute. So now what I want to look for on the 1 minute, after we have the retest of my mid, like we had a retest down here. I could have took a position down here, but we're not going to talk about what I could have did. We're going to talk about what I actually did. Right, so this position down, this position here, I want to see on the 1 minute time frame. I want to see structure form on a 1 minute time frame. So if on the retest, actually let's go back up here. Okay, say we have a break and retest like this. We have consolidation, a break, a retest, and me looking for price to continue up. Right, this would look like on a higher time frame. Then I drop down to the 1 minute time frame. In the 1 minute time frame, if I just see this, well, let's make this black. All right, on a 1 minute time frame, if I just see this, there's a bunch of 1 minute candles just coming down, and then going up, I don't want to take no buy there. What I want to see is structure form on the lower time frames, bear structure form on the lower time frames during this whole retracement for trend switch on lower time frames to go with the overall higher time frames. Right, so on the lower time frames, which is my 1 minute, I want to see us forming lower lows and lower highs here. Then I take my buy position as we break structure on the 1 minute time frame and confluence with the overall structure of the market. So if this is my lower high structure, I'll take my buys at the break of this. For a buy stop loss below the lows down here, and target the previous highs to the left hand side for one of my targets, and another overall target would be my next major level of support resistance for like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 or something like that. So with that being said, let's go back to current price. So in this case, I got my retest down here. We created some equal highs here, found a level of support, made a lower low, potential lower high. This is not a confirmed lower high yet until we break this low. Once I seen price break this low down here, I'm like, okay, if price can come back up here, we'll be going into some bullish structure. But on a 5 minute time frame, you would just be looking at it like an equal double bottom and stuff like that. 30 minute time frame, you don't see no structure on the 30 minute time frame, so you won't be looking for entries here. Same thing, 1 hour time frame, you won't be looking for any entries here. You don't see no structure. That's why I dropped down to the 1 minute time frame to get in-depth detail about what's actually going on this within this higher time frame candlesticks. So I see this lower low, I see these lower lows and lower highs being forming. This would be my buys above area. And if price start to come up here, I'll look to buy above. Right? I also noticed that we had this lower low right here, this position lower high. This is not a lower high yet until we have a break of this previous lower low. But I also kept in mind that we did break it. But I didn't buy here because we never broke this low. If price would have came down, wrong tool. If price would have came down and broke this low and then started to trade back up, my buys above area would have then been here. But that didn't happen. So, but I do keep in mind that we did break the structure. Now I'm looking at it, okay, like we're starting to potentially perform higher highs and higher lows. If we break this high here now, we are forming higher highs and higher lows. That's how I'm looking at the charts. Boom, we broke this high here. This gives me a confluence that we are going bullish, but not quite yet, because any long as we are below here, we're still bearish. So now I want to wait for another confirmation, which will be my break above here, to actually take my buys. This breaking this high to the left hand side here is only giving me a stop loss. right? A conservative stop loss, not necessarily an entry for me. How I trade the strategy. Now that we are at this point in level, we're coming back up to this level of resistance. If we break above it, I'm looking to take my trade to either come and take out these equal highs, or to come take out higher time frame highs, previous highs, these equal highs, higher time frame previous highs, or the next level of higher time frames, major key level up here. So that's how I'm looking at the charts. Boom. Now I got my entry. Now if I wanted to have aggressive stop, I could have had a stop like right below the low, 18-20 pip stop, somewhere like there, like that, whatever, right? But the problem with this stop loss is, as long as we maintain previous higher low structure, now that we're going bullish, as long as we maintain higher low structure, we are still considered bullish. In this case, this is my higher high, higher low. Price broke the previous highest high to the left hand side, broke these higher highs as well. The most recent high low structure is down here below these lows. So price could easily just come down here for like a pullback to the push up, continue up. I would be mad if I would have lost this trade just for the overall run to my TP2, 3, 4, 5, or however else it wanted to run. So with that being said, instead of having an aggressive stop with a trade like this, because it's a 1 minute time frame, I have my stop loss for a conservative level. So I had a 40 pip stop loss in general. I could have did 43, but 43 would have been like a weird number. I like to keep my numbers pretty even, so I just rounded down to 40. Even though we're not quite below the lows, still I'd rather have a 40 pip stop loss than 43 just because it's 40, right? And if you look on the higher time frames, this let's go to 5 minutes actually. This stop loss will be at the break of the previous 5 minutes body, and that's how I took this trade. The rest of the trade plays out here, and price just ran. Got another pullback, didn't break previous highs again to the left hand side. Overall running for 1 to 3. I took that trade. This is my New York system trade. To also show y'all that I actually took this trade and I'm not just capping out here. This was the after. Not this one. This is the before. So before I took the trade, I had my buys above area set up. Once the price came up, I took a screenshot of this, sent it into a group that I'm in. Whatever, like, look, I'm taking buys here. Not necessarily my paid signal group or another group like that, just a group that I'm in where traders send like-minded ideas. Well, people that trade send ideas, whatever, right? So this was the idea I had. Took my buy position here, and this was the after effect of the trade. As you can see, I annotated everything on the chart. That way, whoever was clicking on my chart had an idea, had understand what was going on. So right here, I noted price went bearish below here. Then we broke lows to the left hand side. Got a 1 minute lower high structure here. My 1 minute higher low, stop loss below there. Also, we are going bullish. I took my buy entry, changed from 1 minute bearish to 1 minute bullish structure. Higher time frame double bottom. It was double bottom down here, and the higher time frame is overall bullish, and that's how I took the trade. And that'll be all for today's video, man. It's your boy Traderholics. And that'll be all for today's video, man. It's your boy Traderholics, and I'll catch y'all in the next one or during tonight's London session. Yeah, I'm out this bitch.